Hi, here is Pete again. I'm going to talk about empowering others to become leaders. With solutions fewer and harder to find, the focus on leadership has intensified lately. In politics, business, education, public service, science, sport, the arts, the media, and the not-for-profit sector, there is a pronounced call for empowering others to become leaders. More leaders are needed. A call for new leaders is obvious. Harvard-based leadership expert Ron Heifetz interprets management as a domain of known problems able to be solved through proven solutions, something what he calls technical work, and a leadership as the preserve of uncertain problems requiring novel solutions, something what he calls adaptive work. Two questions are crucial to empowering others to become leaders. The first one is to empower others or not. Why should we empower future leaders? Here is a question that I was asked at one of my seminars. But why should I empower others when tomorrow they will become my competitors and take my leadership position? This question from my recent leadership workshop made me think, and here are only four answers to these questions. First, I could answer from the managerial point of view and say that if your actions are consistent with your organization's value, then the financial results will follow. Second, a joyful leader must have the right motives and do his best or her best to empower others to become leaders. Similar philosophy might be found even in the Sanskrit verse in Bhagavad Gita, which says something like, you have a right only to work, never to the results of that work. The attitude of humbleness and serving others is a part of joyful leadership, and it brings respect, energy, and great strength to joyful leaders. Thirdly, uncertain problems and the novel solutions might be out of our personal reach, but empowered others might help our organization to survive and prosper and solve the problem. Fourth, empowering others to lead leaves more time for leaders to focus on selected crucial issues. And those are the four answers selected. The second question is, how can we empower others to become leaders? There are many complex ways, but shortly, we can encourage them and give them information about leadership so that they are willing to try it. By sharing power and allowing themselves to be influenced by followers and by distributing power through delegation, leaders might foster development of leadership in others. Increasing attention has been recently paid to leaders as models and mentors. Modeling has been proposed as a mechanism to help persons learn to lead. Modeling can be considered part of the concept of mentoring, in which then a key component of the leader's role is the development of talented subordinates. Leaders need to identify subordinates' potential, model appropriate behavior by serving as a referent, increasingly share power by giving access to others, and ultimately distribute power to rising leaders through delegation. One of the most difficult but important, very important, elements of delegation may also be allowing rising leaders to make mistakes. When faced with a manager who had made a 100,000 euros mistake and who suggested that maybe he should be fired, one leader said, "Why should I fire you? I've just invested 100,000 euros in your development." So expanding the role of subordinates may expand also the role of leader as well. Leaders may be freer to engage in other activities such as long-term planning and entrepreneurship. Time management advocates also have long expressed the same hope of better use of leadership time and talent for major decisions by delegating responsibility downwards to the future leaders. Joyful leaders have a strong self-belief, a powerful sense of hope and resilience. They are optimists and, most critically, can stimulate all these capacities in rising leaders around them. In an environment of joyful leadership, leaders and followers rise one another to higher levels of inspiration, motivation, creativity, performance, and achievement. Joyful leaders create leaders, while managers create followers. Therefore, please do practice empowering others to become leaders.